Whew. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ah, this morning, it's been a wonderful morning for me. I went to sleep last night. Didn't have anything I had to get up for early in the morning for, so I didn't set my alarm. I knew I just needed to let my body have what it needs to heal as I sleep. I even woke up a couple of times in the morning and went just rolled back over when I listened to my body. And my body said, nah, today you sleep in. Now, sleeping in ain't what it used to be for me. Sleeping in is me sleeping till 8:30, which was wonderful. And you know, I'm listening to my body. And I did a lot of work this week. My body was talking to me a little bit, good talking. Little pains, little aches, little things going on in my body that are going to take place when I'm using my body. And as I get older, my body talks to me a little bit more, or I listen more than when I was younger. So my body was telling me, you need to just lie here a little while. You know, when you lie in your bed, your body goes to work. Your body goes to work detoxifying itself from things you put in your body and things your body develops when you're doing certain kind of work or certain kind of activities. Your body develops toxins that it then cleans out when it's resting. So you got to give your body time to do that. And as my body gets older, there are other things that people say I should be concerned about and worried about, and I'm just listening to my body. When I feel an ache or a pain somewhere, I listen to my body, I go there, and I love that part of my body. I give it some love. So when my elbow hurts a little bit, I talk to my elbow, and I tell my elbow, I love you. I love all the things you do for me and how helpful you are. And I know that you are strong and that you love me back. It may seem silly, but the fact is, that stuff, it works. As I listen to my body listens to me. You know, and I've had some things come through where I've had these diagnoses or prognosis without diagnosis, and it would make me laugh if it wasn't so sad, almost to the point of being criminal when doctors and people do this. It's like, I am not everybody else. And I don't have to have a time scale on, okay, I'm this age, this should be happening to me. And if something's going on in my body, my first question is, okay, what is this pain? What is this dis-ease in my body telling me I need to shift in the way that I'm living? And there are some things I may not want to shift, and that's okay too, because we have that choice. If we love doing something, okay, no judgment. There are things I do that probably aren't as good for me as some other things might be. However, I'm aware of them, and I take care of myself to a point in other ways. Now, here's the thing. When I wake up in the morning, my first thought is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Grateful that I get to have another day. I check in on my body a little bit while I'm lying there. I feel how my joints are feeling and whatnot before I roll my legs out of bed. A lot of people think that they've got marching down this thing where they are going to experience this, or this. And here's what I'm here to tell you, is that if you believe you're going to experience this, and this, you probably are. However, if I believe my body is part of my divine life and part of my spirit, and that the way I think affects the way my body both heals and doesn't get sick itself. So this is the truth. This is when I think it's so funny. It's like I used to get this really bad allergy once a year, the same time every year, sometimes twice, depending on how things rotated on the climate. And I was getting ready to fall into this week of really feeling like crap, right? And I'm talking to my prayer partner, Michael, and he goes, "What are you doing? Why are you telling yourself that?" I go, "What do you mean? I get sick every year around the same time. It just happens. So I'm doing my due diligence and getting prepared to be sick." And he laughed at me. He said, "Well, why would you do that?" Pollen. Pollen is so healthy and good for your body that it costs a fortune in health food stores. So instead of telling yourself, okay, it's time for me to get sick for a week, why don't you tell yourself, I am so grateful for this pollen. It's free. It's floating around in the air everywhere. And it tickles my nose. It's coming in. It's building up my immune system. It's making my body stronger. It's adding strength to my sinews and my joints and just everything about it. And be grateful for the pollen. Love the pollen and thank the pollen for what it's doing for you, not to you. And I thought, everything I'd been learning spirituality-wise up till then in prayer class, it just made sense. Kind of like, you're making sense, Michael. So that night, I meditated. I prayed on it a little bit, thought about it, and really got grateful for this tickle in my nose, this tickle in my throat. There was the pollen that was about to make me sick. And I went to sleep. And the next morning I woke up, and what I had been expecting to be the future week of my life never, ever happened. It just never happened. I made the decision to love and be grateful for the gifts that the pollen is bringing to me. And I activated those gifts in my life. Now, I still get a tickle and a little thing, and I'll sneeze now and then. But when I do, I'm like, oh, there it is. Yep, things are blooming. Strengthening my body, strengthening my soul, strengthening my being here on this planet Earth. So, if you don't believe it, give it a shot. Just know that what we think, say, and do are absolute prayers for what we will get and are creating in our life. It's as simple as that. We have a choice. So, towards the end of this week, some of my joints were hurting a little bit, working hard. I went into gratitude, grateful for all they were able to do, grateful for the little bit of pain in my joints that were coming to me that allow me to know I need to be conscious of them and love them. Yeah, Los Angeles, baby. Helicopters flying overhead all the time. So, that's what I'm here to remind you to. If you've got a diagnosis, don't necessarily listen to your doctor's prognosis. Ask yourself right here, right now, what is the best possible outcome in what's taking place right here in my life? What's the best? Don't look at what the worst could be, because where we put our energy are prayers for what we're going to get and what we have. Everything in our life, in one way or another, we invite into our life. I invite health, prosperity, abundance, joy, love. I am grateful for the truth and the gift that this truth brings me in everyday life. So, as I sit here under my tree this morning, knowing that life is lifing. Lifing is me. I am so grateful for my health. I am so grateful for my life. I am so grateful for your life. I am grateful for everything taking place in my life. I am grateful for each and every little bit of aches and pains in my body that tell me to slow down and take a breath. I am grateful for all that is, all that has been, and all that will be, and I am most of all grateful for this moment right now. Lifing is the only thing there is. Everything is spiritual, and everything is lifing, and everything is glorious and beautiful. And everything is a gift from and as the lifing that is all things. I know this to be the truth of everything, that I know this to be the truth of myself. I am lifing right here, right now, incarnate in this body as Kelwin Hagan. And lifing is me. All the power and the strength and the abundance of lifing is my life, my experience, my now. This is true of me, it's true of you, every single one of us. We are lifing right here, right now. There is nothing, anywhere that is not connected to the we, intricately, passionately, and personally. And today and this morning, I'm giving great, glorious thanks from my body. I'm giving great, glorious thanks for the communication my body gives me. I am blessed beyond belief to be able to be here as me for yet another day here on planet Earth. My life is the life of God. Lifing right here, right now. Your life, our life is the life of God right here. Lifing right here, right now. I declare and decree that my body is the perfect life happening right now in my life. And I declare and decree that any negativity, that any prognosis or pre-thought of negative life forms taking place inside of me are null and void. And I see the power and the glory that is my life right here, right now. Each and every joyful moment, each and every pain, each and everything is the life of God, and I am going to live it right here, right now, to the fullest, every day, all the time. I am thankful and grateful for this. I am super grateful for my kids. I am super grateful for the people in my life. I am Kelwin Hagan, and I love Kelwin Hagan. And I release this glorious day into lifing. I release, I let it go, and I know that it is done, it is done, it is done. I love you. I love all of you so much. Blessings to each and every one of you. Here I am. Use me. Peace.